Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to understand Android Studio and writing first Android application using Java language. First, we'll discuss how to download and install Android Studio. Then we'll see some of the features of Android Studio. Then we'll move towards the IDE components of Android Studio. Then we write a simple Android application and we test the Android application using emulator. So let's see. So as I discussed, we are going to understand Android Studio and first Android application. So these are the content that we are going to discuss here. What is Android Studio? Android Studio is the official integrated development environment for Android app development based on IntelliJ IDEA and which is developed by Google. Android Studio provides a powerful feature that are used to develop productive Android app within time. Some of the features of Android Studio are it is flexible Gradle based build system. Whatever the update required for your application will automatically taken into your Android Studio. It is a fast and feature rich emulator. So many emulator is provided by Android Studio for testing your Android application. A unified environment where you can develop for all Android device from TV to smartphone and from Android Auto to microwave oven. Apply changes. You can easily apply changes to push code and resource changes to your running app without restarting your app. It also provides integration with GitHub. You can easily integrate your Android Studio project on GitHub. You can directly share your Android Studio project on GitHub so that from any location you can update in your GitHub project. It also provides extensive testing tool and framework. It provides Lean tool to catch performance, usability, version compatibility, and other platform. It also supports C++ and NDK support. NDK stand for Native Development Kit, means you can take the help of some C++ library in your Android application with this facility. It also supports built-in Google Cloud platform through which we can integrate a cloud Google Cloud messaging and Firebase messaging in your application. You can easily send the Firebase messaging. You can easily send the notification from your application using this Google Cloud platform. To download and install Android Studio, we have to browse this site developer.android.com/studio. So let's see how to download and install Android Studio and how to write a simple Android application using Android Studio. To download Android Studio, move to your browser, search for Android Studio, then open the developer.android.com website. So here is the website. Once you open this website, you will get the download option for Windows 64-bit. If you want to download for other operating system, you can scroll down the website and you can search for the download option for other operating system. Here is the download option for other operating system. If you want to download for Windows 64, you can click here and you can easily download the Android Studio. Once the download, you have to double click on the exe file and you have to follow the instructions so that you can download you can install the Android Studio. While installing Android Studio, your internet connection should be live. If you want to download for Mac operating system, you can click on this link, and if you want to download for Linux operating system, you can use this link. Also, if you want to download for Chrome OS, you can use this link. So we'll see some of the system requirement for Android Studio. To use Android Studio in your Windows operating system, you have to meet these requirements. Your operating system should be Windows 7, 8, 10 or later. A 4 GB minimum RAM is required, but 8 GB RAM is recommended. A 2 GB available disk space is minimum requirement, but 4 GB recommended. A minimum screen resolution should be 1280 by 800. These are the requirement for Windows OS, and if you go for Mac, so you have to follow these requirement. Similarly, if you go for Linux and Chrome OS, you have to follow these requirement. Once you click on this, the download file, you will get the exe file on your machine. Once once you download the exe file, you have to double click on it and you have to follow the instruction to install the Android Studio. So Android Studio is installed in this machine already. So I am going to open the Android Studio and search for the Android Studio and click on Android Studio. Once I click on Android Studio will open in front of you. If you are starting Android Studio for first time, one particular screen will appear in front of you. If you have started Android Studio for first time, this is the screen you will get in front of you. On the screen, on the left hand side, there are existing applications that you are used earlier, and at the right side, we have such options: start new Android Studio project, open an existing Android Studio project, check out project from version control, etc. If you want to click on If you want to create a new project, you have to click on this Start New Android Studio Project. I'm going to click on this Start a New Android Studio Project. Once I click on this, a window will appear. It asks for the project category. You have to choose the project type that is to be developed. You are currently in phone and tablet, and you are writing application for phone and tablet. If you want to write application for Wear OS, TV, Android Auto, Android things, you have to choose the required tab which is there. I am currently using this Android phone and tablet. Under this phone and tablet, there are so many different project categories are there. First is basic activity, project with basic activity, then project with empty activity, project with bottom navigation activity. So these are the different categories of project activities that you want to add in your project. I am going to choose this basic activity or empty activity. I am going to choose this empty activity. When I click on this empty activity, you have to select this empty activity and click on next. After that, it asks for the project name. Specify the valid project name for your project. Here the default project name is my application 1, 2, something like that. So if you want to add the valid name or the required name for your application, you can specify here my app 2, or you can add as per your requirement. Then you have to the default package name will be created for your application, that is com.example.myapp. You can choose the package name that is required for your application. You can specify your valid package name. I am specifying here com.toxic.myapp. Then you have to choose the save location. The default save location is already mentioned there. Then you have to choose the language for your application. The default language is Java. The two languages are there, Java and Kotlin. So you have to select the Java. Then minimum API requirement, API level is selected there, API 15. I am keeping these as it is, and then I am going to click on finish. After I click on finish, this screen will appear in front of you. It shows the tip of the day. Tip of the day window is used to get the different features of Android Studio. One tip will be displayed whenever you open the Android Studio. If you don't want to show the tip, you can click on here and close this window. After that, this is the default ID of Android Studio. Once the project is loaded, this window is appear in front of you. This window consists of several windows: the project window, code explorer, code editor window, then the build window, etc. Then we'll see the different options which are there in project window. In project window, the first folder is manifest, and inside manifest folder there is android manifest.xml file is there, which is one of the important file of your application. This file is used to control your application. Then the next folder is Java. Inside the Java there is the folder called com.foxy.myapp, which is the name of your package that you are specifying while creating the application. Then inside that main activity.java file is there, and which consists of the Java code. The two other folders are added for Android test purpose. Then again the Java folder is there, which consists of the generated code. Then the next folder is resource folder. Inside the resource folder there are 4 different folders are there: drawable, layout, bitmap, values are there. This folder is used to store all the resources required for your folder. If you want to display some image, if you want to add the font formatting, color formatting for your application, then all the resources needed for your application will be stored in this resource folder. If I expand this resource folder, so different folders are there. If I expand this layout folder, there is activity main.xml file is there. This file consists of the layout of your screen. Whatever you want to design on your screen, you have to design with this activity main.xml. I am going to click on this activity main.xml file. If I double click on it, a window will appear. A window consists of the screen, the layout screen, the activity screen that will appear when you run your application, and that screen consists of one text view, and the text is there, hello world. You can directly drag the component from this palette, whatever you want to design. Suppose you want to design the text, you can directly drag the text here. If you want to design the button, you can directly drag the button. Similarly, I am dragging the button like this, but dragging and dropping button and writing code is somewhat difficult. You have to first understand the different layout of the designing. So instead of dragging and dropping and designing the screen, we will design the code using XML tag. So I am now moved toward the text view. When I click on this text view, XML file will appear in front of you. So in this file, we can design your activity or your screen. To design your activity or screen, you have to write some XML tag similar to your HTML tag. As you write some attribute of HTML tag, you have to write some attributes of XML tag for designing. To design the button in HTML, you can use input type button. Here a button tag is there. You can directly design the button using button tag. Several such tags are there. Using such tag, you can design the user interface as per the requirement. To design the layout file, first you know the different layout available in Java. So here I am going to specify, here I am going to demonstrate the simple layout called linear layout. This layout is already added in this XML file. Instead of this layout, I am using the linear layout. I have selected this and I am directly hitting the LI. Once I hit the LI, it shows the window and the linear layout is selected in that window. I am selecting this linear layout. When I select it, automatically end linear layout is added automatically there. So this linear layout requires the orientation, means how you are going to put the views on this layout. You have to specify whether you want to put the views vertically or horizontally. So for that you have to specify the orientation. I am going to write here OR. If I write here OR, you will get Android colon orientation. You have to select this Android colon orientation. Then you have to select this vertical. If I want to add the component vertically, I am going to select the vertical. Then the text view is already added there. Some of the tag that I have not needed right now, I am deleting this attribute. The text view is added there and the text written is hello world. If I want to change the text, you can write here then I'm going to change the width of this text view. Instead of wrap content, I am getting the match parent. Match parent is what? Whatever the size of your screen, I want this width of this text view as the match parent width. So I am specifying here match parent. After that I am specifying the alignment ALI. If I enter ALI, you will get here text alignment. I am selecting center. The text will appear on center. Then I am specifying the text style. Text size equal to 14 point. If I specify text size equal to 14 point, the size will automatically apply to that text view. Then in this way you can design. If you want to change the color of this text, you can simply use the text color attribute and then you can choose the define color or you can define new color. If you want to define new color, you have to move towards the values and then you have to define the color. I am selecting here the color which is already defined there. Color primary dark. The color is automatically added to this text view. Then I want to add one button. So for that I have to use the button tag, button view. So inside this text view I am writing button. So if I enter BU, it will show me the button tag. I am directly selecting this button. Then I am select the match parent and then select the wrap content. Width and height I have selected there. Then button require the text. So I am specifying the text. Click me. Then you have to specify the ID for this button. To perform some operation on this button, we have to define the ID. I am specifying the ID here. The rule of specifying the ID is the ID should start with @ plus ID. So you have to select this ID plus ID slash then btn click. So after that, if you want to write the code for this button, you have to move towards your main activity.java file. Whatever you want to design in this layout or in screen, you can design like this. If you want to get the text view, you can write another text view like this. If you want to button, you can write the button like this. If you want to add image, you can add the image like this. So now I am going to write the code for this button. So I am moving towards the main activity.java file. Here you can click on the main activity.java file to switch over code window. Then in this code window, you have to access the button first, whatever the button you have designed. What we are going to do is we want to display a simple message. A button is clicked or welcome to Android. So for that you have to access that button here. You have to write the listener for the button. Then you have to write some code to display the message. So for that I am writing the button class. I am creating the object of button class, button btn equal to, for getting the address, getting the button that is designed in layout file, we have to call this find view by id function. Then here you can specify the id of that button, r dot, for getting the id, r is a class through which we can get the id. So here you have to get the button click button that is designed in layout. So we have taken the address of this button. So now we want to click on this button. You have to write the listener for this button. Then I am writing the button dot set on click listener. Then inside this function you have to write new. Then hold hit control plus space bar. Then choose this view on click listener. View dot on click listener. Once you select this, you will get one function called on click. So this function will automatically gets called when you click on this button. Means whatever you want to perform when the button is clicked, you can write the code for that here. So I am going to write a code for displaying a simple message. I am going to display the simple toast message. Toast message is what? A message in Android, a short message in Android. So for that we have to write the toast here. After that you have to choose this make text, or you can simply hit control plus space bar. You will get here toast, create new toast. You have to select this create toast, create new toast. After that whatever the parameter required to this function is automatically added there. The first parameter required is activity on which you want to display the message. Here the main activity dot this is automatically added there. Then the second parameter is message that you want to display. Here you have to specify the message. I am specifying the message that welcome to Android. Then the next parameter is length. Here the length is already specified. The short length is specified, means this message will be displayed for a short length, and this message will automatically displayed with this show function when we click on this button. So let's see how it works. So I'm going to click on the run option. Before you run the program, you have to select the Android virtual device. If the Android virtual device is not added in this list, you have to add one Android virtual device. You can add your smartphone also here. You can connect your actual device to this system and you can select this device. But here the no device is added. We have to select here the device. So before that you have to add one device. To add the Android virtual device, you have to click on this option, AVD manager. When you click on this AVD manager, a window will appear. Here the two virtual device is already added. If you want to if the no virtual device is already added, you have to create one virtual device. You have to click on the create virtual device option. If the no virtual device is added, you have to create one virtual device using this create virtual device button. If you select this, a window will appear. You have to select the virtual device. I am selecting here Nexus, then select new, then again select next, then click on finish. So this device will automatically added. So device is already added. I am closing this window now. This virtual device is already started. So here is the virtual device I have already started. I am going to run the program, run the app in this virtual device. Now Now I am going to click on this run button. I have selected the virtual device on which I want to run the program, and I am going to click on this run button. After that, a program will executed on your Android virtual device, and it looks like this. It requires some time to open this program in Android virtual device. It first install your program on this device, and then it opens. Here, a text view is there. Welcome to Android message is there on it, and the button is there. If I click on this button, a message will appear. Here, you observe the message. I'm going to click on this. Here, the message is welcome to Android is appear. So this is our first application. So in this way, we can write our first application in Android Studio. We will discuss in detail how to write the application, how to design the screen using the different components which are there, and how to write the code for that in our next session. Thank you.